Well, it's been 11 days since the Clayton State Lakers were back here at the Lock, and they're now back home to host Georgia College, and they do so with a 3-game winning streak. Hello again, everybody. Mitch Evans along with Bill Schindler with you from the Athletic Center. Lady Lakers answering back from that thumping that they took at the hands of Columbus State here at the Lock, 78-56, and headed out on the road. Went a perfect 3-0. They beat Georgia Southwestern. They beat Young Harris. They beat Montevallo. Opening 2 games were blowouts, and then they had a scratch and claw and survived in the win late over Montevallo. And of note from this 3-game run, Bill, is what happened early in the Georgia Southwestern game. In the second quarter, Tiara Johnson, who at one point, a good point during this season, was the leading scorer in the Peach Belt Conference. Right now she currently stands at 3rd, but Tiara blew out her right ACL in that game, and she's done for the rest of the season, and unfortunately her college career is now over, as she had been redshirted early in her career. So unfortunately for Tiara Johnson, it is done. Yeah,
it's very sad to end on that note. And you just wish her well going forward. Hopefully if she goes pro and plays overseas, that can be successful and she can continue on. But the flip side of it is they played well despite her absence. And, you know, that first game we're talking about, of course, that's when the injury occurred. But at Georgia Southwestern, that 80-53 win, talk about an answer to getting just hammered at home against Columbus State. So you have to, like, even without your leading scorer, who's now done, as you mentioned, for the year, that you can come out like Clayton State did on the road and rattle off those 3 wins in a row. That's a testament to how solid this team is all around.
Yeah, response to that loss against Columbus State and the response to losing Tiara Johnson early in that first game on the road. Clayton State sitting at 17-4 overall. They're 9-3 in the Peach Belt Conference. In the Western Division standings, they are in second place, 2 games behind front-running Columbus State, and we'll have to go to Columbus State at the end of the season to wrap up, and we'll see if that matters when all is said and done as far as the standing is concerned. As for Georgia College, 12-5 overall, 6-4 in the conference. Bobcats currently in 4th place in the Western Division. They also enter this evening's matchup on a 3-game winning streak, so they're playing some good basketball too. They knocked off the same trio of schools that the Lakers did, just in a different sequence. And Georgia College, led by Aaliyah McGriffick, she's averaging 15.5 points per game and just under 9 rebounds per game on the season.
Yeah, this is a good team for Georgia College, although the problem is they've lost 13 in a row to Clayton State.
Right.
So you look at that now, of course, that factors back to a long way. I think that goes back to 2010. So obviously the players we're going to see tonight are not involved.
Right. Maybe in the last couple of years.
Yeah, over the last couple of years. But I mean, this is a team that likes to shoot the 3 in Georgia College. They like to go outside, although they've been good at rebounding. So we'll just have to see how that pans out with the style that Clayton State likes to play. But I'll tell you what, going in right now, it looks like Clayton State, even though both of these teams with that 3-game win streak, you would think at home things look good tonight, but we'll have to see.
You never know. That's why they play the games. You don't look at the piece of paper and see what the records are and figure out just because they're at home that things might be a little bit different. So we'll see how that goes. Bill brought up, as far as this 13-game winning streak right now for Clayton State over Georgia College. All-time series, Lakers hold a 29-21 advantage. The 50 total games, the most ever for Clayton State against one opponent, and it dates back to 1992. Also, along with winning 13 in a row, Clayton State has won 24 of the last 27 of these get-togethers. All right, so Bill and I will come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip for you in just a couple of minutes.
First for the Wildcats of Georgia College. Number 3, Clarice Walker. Number 12, Taisha Wright. Number 21, Aaliyah McGriff. Number 32, Sydney Cleveland. And number 43, Veronica Wright. Their head coach is Maurice Smith, assisted by Jeremy Mayweather. And now, the starting lineup for your Clayton State Lakers. First, Hagar, a 5'8" junior from Phoenix City, Alabama, number 1, Jalecia Banks. Hagar, a 5'4" senior from Tampa, Florida, number 4, Dejan Bernard. Hagar, 5'6" senior from Madison, Georgia, number 21, Tweety Hawkins. At Fuller, 5'10" senior from Douglasville, Georgia, number 25, Ashley Cunningham. And at lower, 5'10" senior from Madison, Georgia, number 33, Drea Benford.
All right, back with you. Almost ready to get going here. Clayton State and Georgia College. Starting lineups for you. Going for the Lakers to get things started. Jalecia Banks, Dejan Bernard, Tweety Hawkins in the backcourt. Ashley Cunningham and Drea Benford up front. And for the visiting Bobcats, it's Clarice Walker, Taisha Wright, Aaliyah McGriff, Sydney Cleveland, and Veronica Ryan. Our game officials, Greg Guerin, Howard Hall, Anthony Jefferson, and it will be McGriff and Benford to jump, and we will be underway in just a matter of seconds. And there we go. It is out of bounds, and they'll re-jump it.
You thought we started. Redo.
So let's do it again.
And once more.
And looks like we're going to do the same thing. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
This is a little Groundhog Day.
One redo, yes.
Yeah, well, hey, tomorrow is Groundhog Day, right? Makes sense.
All right, 3 and you're out. All right, that one is good, and it's controlled by the Bobcats. And right away, they were going for what looked like an easy layup, and then it was stolen away, and Tweety Hawkins coming up along the right sideline. Tweety, little inside-outside move, missed on the layup. Ashley Cunningham on the follow can't make, and then she goes up again and is fouled. So Ashley will go to the line early on in this one. And an early foul on Aaliyah McGriff, leading scorer and rebounder for the Bobcats. Averages 15.5 points per game and just a tick under 9 rebounds per contest.
And you're right, that could be a huge foul because McGriff is really one of their scoring leaders, like you said, and one of their leaders defensively too. So get her in foul trouble early. That could be a benefit down the road.
Cunningham hits both. Lakers with an early 2-zip lead in the opening half minute. Full court pressure by the Lakers to get things going. And right now, Georgia College having a tough time getting across, but they barely do. And then it's stolen by Benford. And then taken back by Walker for the Bobcats. No foul there. Up and scoring the first basket for Georgia College is Taisha Wright. So we're tied at deuces here in the opening minute. 3-ball right side. No good for the Lakers by Tweety Hawkins. Rebound Cunningham. The follow is no good. And the Bobcats with another rebound, and they come away with it, and it's Walker. Guarded closely by Dejan Bernard. Into the lane. Nice pass, and then swatted away by Cunningham, but the foul. And that will send Wright to the line. And the foul on Tweedy.
I have to say, though, early on, I really like how Ashley Cunningham's playing down low, how physical she's being. I mean, she has gone up, gotten a few offensive rebounds, maybe hasn't translated into points, but she's also drawn a foul on McGriff and established herself in the post, and we've seen McGriff be a little bit more standoffish after that. So, I mean, tip your hat to her so far for Cunningham.
And to Isha Wright, hits both. 68% free throw shooter. And it's 4-2 Georgia College here in the opening minute and a half. And Wright has all four. 3 ball from Monica Alexander. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will go to Georgia College. Boy, Monica looked like she got pushed after she let go of the shot, but there was no foul call. Georgia College breaks the pressure. This is Veronica Ryan with it. And now Walker setting a play up. Wright with it, right side. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And going to the basket, putting it up, and offensive foul, and that will go on to Isha Wright. So Wright with 4 points, and now her first foul. Junior forward out of Denmark, South Carolina. Also spent a season at Atlanta Metro State College.
Yeah, just up the road.
Up the road, right down the street. Well, not right down the street. How about right up I-75?
As far as colleges go, it's up the street.
So the Lakers with it. Here's Alexander going to drive the baseline, and blocking foul on Georgia College. And that's on Sydney Cleveland, sophomore forward out of Gainesville. That's her first. Inbound from Denard to Benford. Gets into the paint, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Another follow on the offensive glass by Ashley Cunningham. That's her third offensive rebound that I've counted. And Ashley has all 4 of the Lakers' points, and we're deadlocked at 4-4. That's right. Got blocked by Benford. She leads the Lakers in block shots on the season. Now 29. And they get it down on the block to Benford. She had to bring it back out. Banks, right side, puts it up. No good. And the rebound to Ryan. And she'll bring it up. Double team now. Good pressure by the Lakers. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 15 seconds for the Bobcats as Walker pulls it back up top. Gets a high screen, goes right to the basket, and lost it. 3 on the shot clock, 2, and they won't get it off as the ball is stolen by Cunningham. So a shot clock violation there on Georgia College. Turn the ball over, it goes to the Lakers. And we've got a substitution now as Wright goes out for Georgia College, and Dale Attaway, freshman forward from Tifton, Georgia, in now for the Bobcats.
Boy, Mitch, I mean, Ashley Cunningham, Drea Bedford have been playing so well early on. The bigs for Clayton State, just impressive.
Oh, nice drive to the basket, but can't finish there for Monica Alexander. But another foul on Georgia College, or is that going to be on? Yes. Oh, it's on Ashley Cunningham. So Ashley checks out. And in for the Lakers now, Raven Thomas. Raven had a 10-point, 12-rebound double-double against Young Harris on that 3-0 road trip for the Lakers. Veronica Ryan with it, left side, gets it down low. And an air ball shot there by Attaway. And out of bounds off the Lakers. So 11 seconds on the shot clock for the Bobcats. Maurice Walker to throw in. Does in the left corner. 3-ball, no good. And the Lakers bringing it up. It's Benford. Benford spins and puts up The 10-footer, no good. The follow by Denard, and she gets hacked.
Physical play down low, and they've drawn a lot of fouls. I mean, this is good early on. Not only you get to the line, I mean, it's a 4-4 game, but just setting up the fouls and maybe bonuses down the way.
14 fouls already in this first quarter on the Bobcats. Denard makes the first, 70% from the line on the season, and she played very well in the final 2 games of that road trip. Misses on the second, Dejan. I mean, she basically won the game against Montevallo. Career best 15 in that one. She had a 3-pointer with 39 seconds left. Another block shot by Benford there. But Denard, with 39 seconds left, put the Lakers ahead for good in that one. Here's Banks, stops and pops off the mark. And then Banks is able to get the loose ball off the rebound, and a fresh 30 for the Lakers. And then Benford tried to get it down low on the block to Raven Thomas, and she overthrew it out of bounds.
Ball movement's been good, though, and, I mean, they're getting the space they want. They're getting the positions they want, too, down low.
Lakers lead 5-4, and substitutions for Georgia College. Christina Thomas is in, as is Shea Tarver, and also Lindsey Reed now. This is Tarver with it, double teamed in the backcourt, and they do call she stepped out. Thought it might have been a foul on Monica Alexander, but instead they called out of bounds on the pass. So it is Lakers basketball with the 1-point lead. 5:03 remaining here in this first quarter.
Might be a 5-4 game right now, but you really get that feel like the Lakers have had the control so far of this game, a lot more than the Bobcats have.
Alexander with it, left side, now to Banks. Down low, Benford turns and shoots and hits. Drea with her first bucket, Lakers up 7-4, and more pressure. Full court variety for the Lakers. And again, caught and double teamed, and they get a timeout. So with 4:30 left in the first quarter, the Lakers leading Georgia College by the score of 7-4. Clayton State Athletics now on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay connected through Clayton State Athletics and all your favorite Lakers sports teams on social media. You can find out about social media pages and also get up-to-date scores and stats by visiting ClaytonStateSports.com.
Well, the question was, Mitch, where do you go after Tiara Johnson has been out? Of course, they still have had that 3-game win streak, but we have seen Ashley Cunningham to a lesser extent because now she's got a foul and she's on the bench, but Drea Benford has really stepped up, played well. They both have been in the block. I mean, that turnaround shot that we saw to make it a 7-4 lead for the Lakers, there's no way to defend that. I mean, when you get that turnaround in the paint and you can just have your back to the basket, turn around and drill it, I don't care what you do. You're not slowing that down. Well,
I would say at this point for this Lakers team, now that Tiara Johnson is gone for the rest of the season, certainly now you're leaning more on the rest of the backcourt to be able to chip in just a little bit more, whether that's Denard and Alexander and Banks and Tweety Hawkins, of course. But the offense now certainly should have to run through Benford, get her on the block, get her the basketball, and then work it back outside if they double team her. And if they don't, Andrea has got the moves down low, and you would have to expect that she'd be able to score against most teams in this conference. She has done that throughout her career. And stolen by Raven Thomas there. Some more good defense by the Lakers. And they average about 12.5 steals per game. And there's Benford. In and out. And rebounded by Raven Thomas. And it'll remain with the Lakers. Denard to inbound. And wild shot there by Alexander, but the offensive rebound by Benford, and then a foul on the floor.
And Mitch, speaking of offensive rebounds, right now it's a 9-6 margin favoring Clayton State in rebounds, but 6 offensive rebounds as opposed to 1 going for the Lakers.
And how many for Cunningham?
For Cunningham, she had 4.
Wow.
And that would have been the 7th offensive rebound before that foul.
Drea Benford at the foul line. Makes the first. Drea on the season, 62%. Lakers up 8-4. Shakira Walker getting ready to check in and out there for Drea. And loose ball controlled off the rebound by the Bobcats. Go under 4 minutes left here in the quarter. Christina Thomas with it. Left corner. That's Tarver, puts it up, comes up short, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Georgia College.
And we talked about how it felt like Clayton State had at least the advantage of the momentum going. They have with all those offensive rebounds. The problem is they've just been shooting 2 of 12, so they could be ahead a lot more than 8-4.
Yeah, a lot of misses on the inside on some putbacks. And Cunningham, I think, was probably right there in the middle of that. And left elbow jumper, no good there by Dale Attaway. Lakers with the board. Jamisa Banks will dribble it up into the front court. Benford calling for it. She's at the foul line at the right elbow. Three-pointer from Alexander, no good. Rebound to Lindsey Reed. She'll bring it up left sideline. Now back out top to Thomas, across to Tarver, right side. Checking her is Walker. Drives the baseline, puts it up. Partially blocked by Raven Thomas, and the Lakers have it again.
Kind of went the wrong way around the screen. She did have a high screen from McGriff set for her, and then she went around the opposite way.
And they're going to get Raven Thomas on an offensive foul as she was trying to set up shop in the paint. So that's number 1 on Raven, 3 on the Lakers, and Raven will check out. And coming in now, Breland Rackley for Clayton State. They lead at 8-4, just 3:06 left in this opening stanza here at the Lock. First of 2, of course. The men will follow. Left side, it's Thomas now back up to Walker. She'll dribble it and turn and double team. And then the ball stolen away by Benford. Lead pass for Walker. Stops and shoots and hits. So Shakira with a deuce, and the Lakers now ahead 10-4, and then the foul in the backcourt, and that will go on Shakira Walker.
Yeah, a little cheapy one there to pick up, a little hand check foul, but the defense has been so good. We just saw the Bobcats forcing it down low when there was really nothing there. I mean, when you look at Benford, how well she's played, I mean, you see even the rotations. Cunningham was in there early, but then, we saw Raven Thomas come in and Rackley now. They've really played well down low, especially defensively.
Donovan Dyson in now for Walker after she drew her first. Shot off the mark there for Georgia College by Attaway. Banks with the drive, the up and under, and she makes it. Jamisa Banks, her first basket. Lakers now up 8, 12-4 as we go under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Left side jumper is good for the Bobcats by Christina Thomas, senior out of Augusta and Westside High School. Makes it 12-6. Lakers lead. Again, both these teams on a 3-game winning streak, so one of them's going to end. Rackley drives, puts it up, and slides off the rim, the rebound to the Bobcats.
And speaking of win streaks and lack of one, Marie Smith has never won against Clayton State.
Three-pointer by Tarver, no good and out of bounds, and the ball belonging now to Clayton State. Yeah, that's got to be tough. 7 years now, and you talked about it in the open. Lakers have won 13 in a row against Georgia College. Benford stops and turns, misses there on the air ball after she just hit that same shot a couple of minutes ago. Bobcats almost lost it, but they control it. It's Thomas bringing it up. Here's Tarver, who stops and is able to make it off the glass and draws the foul. It's a Breland Rackley with her first.
Rackley, her feet moving just a bit, or else if she's planted, might get the charge on that one. But The defense has been really good so far, like we talked about. It's just, if they can hit some more shots, this is going to be turning into a blowout. But 12-6 right now.
12-8.
12-8, I should say, is that's pretty good so far.
So looking for the three-point play here is Shea Tarver, and she completes it. She's got 3, and it cuts it to 12-9, Clayton State. Banks for 3. Doesn't get the bounce, and the rebound for Georgia College. Stolen by Banks. Nice pass to Benford, and she floats it up from right underneath the hoop. Benford with 5, Lakers up 5. 14-9, out of bounds. And that is off Georgia College, so the Lakers will get it back with 42.3 seconds left in this opening quarter. So it's Banks, Rackley, Benford, Alexander, and Denard on the floor right now in the final half minute of this first quarter for Clayton State. Denard down low to Rackley, gets stopped, puts it up, gets blocked, but a foul. And that'll go on Anna Anderson. Sophomore out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. Spent some time at Mercer University.
She must have just gotten a piece of the hand.
It looked like a clean block.
From this angle, yes, it did. And, we're a little farther away than the official. And Marie Smith kind of asking about that, too. But it did look like a clean block.
Rackley, 82% from the line on the season. Makes her first point. Anna Breland goes 2 for 2 there. Lakers now lead by 7. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Shea Tarver to bring it up. Gets it to Larice Walker. Left side. Shot clock off. They get the final shot if they want it. Left side jumper is good. It was a 2. I didn't see who made that.
Aaliyah McGriff.
All right, that was McGriff, her first basket of the game. 3 ball from Banks, off the mark, and that'll do it for the opening 10 minutes. Lakers lead Georgia College by the score of 16-11. Bill and I back in just a minute. So 1 quarter in the books. Lakers lead Georgia College 16-11. Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler back with you from the lock. Andrea Benford led the way with 5 points. Ashley Cunningham had 4 for the Lakers. Jamisha Banks, Breland Rackley, Shakira Walker with 2 each, and Dejan Denard with a lone free throw. Leading the way for Georgia College was Taisha Wright with 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a few stories going on here, Mitch. One, the defense by Clayton State has been superb. If you were to tell me that you go through a quarter and Aaliyah McGriff only has 2 points, that's great. The other thing is to get that shooting percentage up, and right now they are, after that miss, 5 of 22.
Yeah, that's the one bugaboo right now in this, as you said early, that the Lakers, a lot of follows and misses. And that's a miss there on a 3-pointer by Veronica Ryan. Lakers with the rebound. Denard floats to the basket, hits the side of the bucket, but the Lakers got the rebound by Rackley, and then the travel on Ashley Cunningham.
But it's 23 shots for Clayton State as opposed to 13 now for Georgia College.
Well, 7 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Has something to do with that. But the Lakers are off the mark and not shooting the basketball very well early, but with a 5-point lead, and you would have to imagine at some point they'll be able to zero in.
Well, they're doing the right things. And, the defense has been really good. Look, 13-0 on points off of turnovers for the Lakers.
Right side, they got it down low from Ryan on the block to McGriff. Back to Ryan, misses another three, and the Lakers, Jamisha Banks with the rebound. And gets it down low. Nice pass to Rackley as she was fouled, and it will go on Sydney Cleveland, which should be number 2 on her.
Actually, I think it's a travel.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Georgia College basketball. Just a minute into this second quarter, Lakers up 5. Wide open is Thomas. Floater gets the roll, so she's got 4, Christina Thomas, senior out of Augusta. And it makes it 16-13. Lakers up 3. Banks, right elbow jumper off the mark. Lakers continue to miss. They continue to get offensive rebounds, and that was Rackley. And she's able to put it back, and the Lakers go back up by 5, 18-13. And Breland with 4 on the evening. Get it down low and now back outside. Shot good there. That's a 2-pointer by Lindsey Reed, her first bucket. And back down to 3, 18-15 Lakers. Here's Banks. Stops and pops left side. No good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up. And the arrow pointing in the direction of Georgia College. Banks had 15 points, 5 rebounds, also 6 steals in that win over Georgia Southwestern to start the road trip for the Lakers. And now Jamisha checks out. And reporting back in for the Lakers is Tweety Hawkins. Walker breaks the pressure, gets it to Cleveland for 3. No good. And nice box out there by Alexander off the carom as it went out of bounds. So it will be Clayton State basketball.
You've seen a bit of a change in the offensive approach, at least for the Bobcats. Going inside didn't seem to work. Now we've seen a lot more shots from distance. Saw that missed 3, but we've seen some long 2s.
Denard with it, then to Alexander, gets the screen. As the Lakers work it on the perimeter, swing the basketball around. Tweety Hawkins will pull it back up top. High screen from Rackley with 5 on the shot clock. Tweety gets it to Denard for a long 3. Hits iron and bounces in. How about that for Dejan Denard?
Not sure if that was an isolation play drawn up like that, but it turned into one, and then she hit it.
Denard with her 7th 3-pointer on the season. I mean, she's only shooting it at under 20%. Lakers up by 6, 21-15. So Denard with 6 points here. That's almost double her scoring average on the season. And then the foul.
Second on Rackley.
Is on Rackley. So Benford back in. And the Lakers steal it. Benford with the theft. She leads the break and puts it up, floats it home. Drea Benford with 7. Lakers up 8, 23-15. And Drea averaged 17 points per game on that road trip, including a team-high 24 in the win over Georgia Southwestern. She shot 60% on the trip. And a miss there for Georgia College by Aaliyah McGriff. She's having a tough go of things early in this one. And then Tweedy loses it off her feet. But Benford, as I said, shot 60% from the floor. She was 23 for 38, and she's now 7th in the conference in field goal percentage at 52%.
And you just saw in the last 2 offensive possessions for Georgia College, the misses and the rebounds, and one took coast to coast.
And the shot missed there by Lindsey Reed. Rebound there by Raven Thomas. Tweety Hawkins with it, going to drive into the lane and get it swiped away there by Larice Walker, who brings it up 2-on-1 and throws it away. It was Benford all alone. Denard came in there trailing, but the errant pass goes out of bounds, so Lakers basketball. Tweety Hawkins out, and in for the first time in the game now is Michaela Tanksley for Clayton State. So you've got Tanksley, Benford, Denard, Thomas, and Alexander on the floor for the Lakers. 4.5 minutes into this second quarter. And the Lakers lead by 8. This is Tanksley. Now to Benford up top, looking down low to Thomas, but she's double teamed. Alexander, 5 on the shot clock. They get it down low and it's stolen by Georgia College. And they've got a 4-on-1, and the easy layup there by Cleveland. Her first basket cuts the Lakers lead to 6.
Some nice player-to-player defense there for Georgia College. They really did well shutting everybody down. Your one-on-one like that can be a challenge at times, but and there's another example of it.
Yep, pass trying to get it to Benford down low, and then the travel at the other end by Georgia College. It looked like they had a 3-on-2. They had numbers, but they couldn't convert. And Anna Anderson in, she'll check in for Georgia College, and Aaliyah McGriff will take a seat on the bench. We got a timeout, 4:48 left in this second quarter, and Clayton State on top of Georgia College by the score of 23-17. Halfway through this second quarter, Lakers with the 6-point lead. They have led by as many as 8 and have basically led the whole way here in the first half.
And like we said, could be a lot more if the shooting percentage comes up. They're only 8 of 28. And that shows you how well they're playing defensively. If they start hitting some shots, this one's going to be a blowout.
Denard's going to let loose with a 3, misses. Rebound by Thomas, goes up on the follow, but the foul was on the floor. And it will go on Anna Anderson. That'll be 2 on the sophomore forward.
Hasn't been much better, we should say, shooting percentage for Georgia College. They're only 7 of 20.
And the inbound to Benford. Banks off the mark there. Rebound to Lindsey Reed, who will hand off to Christina Thomas. And she'll direct traffic. It's a high screen, goes left side, cross court, 3 ball from Reed, no good. And Benford fights with Attaway, and it will be Lakers basketball. So Jamisha Banks and Drea Benford along her side, bring it up. Banks gives to Alexander, and then she was trying to get the ball to Benford and threw it away. By the way, 11 turnovers for Georgia College in this first half, and 8, make that 9 now for the Lakers. And on the season, Clayton State turns it over 18.5 times a game, and Georgia College just under 15. Going to the basket, getting blocked there Raven Thomas. That was Tarver who got snuffed out. And then Benford at the other end is able to put it home for 2, and the Lakers back up by 8. Andrea with now 9 points.
Heck of a game so far for her.
And Thomas is able to poke it loose, and the Lakers come back away with it 2-on-3. But Alexander is still going to put it up and almost was able to put it in. Banks with the rebound, no good. So the Lakers with another offensive rebound bill, but unable to finish.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds have been there. That's their 10th. They've now 22 total. So they're getting the basketball off of all those misses, and they've had quite a bit. Problem is they're seeing if they can, put it back in. They've only had 8 points off of second chance opportunities.
So they've had so many more opportunities than that.
And, that tells the story in itself. Is all those offensive rebounds and only 8 points to show.
The foul was on Lindsay Reed, her first. Raven Thomas off the inbound got rejected, but the Lakers still with it. Denard in the corner. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Raven Thomas. So back over to Georgia College. Raven picks up her second. Ashley Cunningham's going to report back in as Thomas will come to the bench with those 2 personals. We're under 3 minutes left in this second quarter. Lakers on top of Georgia College, 25-17. And able to break the pressure there was Lindsay Reed. And now the Bobcats will set things up. Walker got a high screen, goes to the basket. Almost got it stolen, but Tarver was able to get it back. Cleveland got it back to Tarver, who puts it up off the mark. Benford the rebound. And Drea will bring it up. See, that's what's so good about Drea is that not only is she great on the glass, but then she's got the ability to dribble the basketball so she can get the break going. And Drea puts it up and is fouled on the turnaround jumper in the lane.
Boy, that degree of difficulty has to be at a 10. If we were calling the Olympics, where they talk about what the starting scores, the turnaround jumper's hard enough, and then getting fouled on it and draining it. Just wow.
Aaliyah McGriff back in now for Sydney Cleveland for Georgia College. Benford will go to the line to finish up, hopefully a 3-point play. And Drea, 62%. She makes it. She's got 12. The Lakers, their biggest lead. It's 11. They're up 28-17. And the Lakers still with pressure in the backcourt, but not as suffocating as has been. Nice pass, but a miss. Then the offensive rebound and another miss by Christina Thomas. So she had 2 chances there to score and was unable to do so. Under 2 minutes left here in this opening half. Lakers up 11. Benford up top. Going to let loose with a 3. No good. Rebound goes to Thomas.
Pure heat check.
And she gets swatted away by Benford. So Drea with another block. That'll be 2 on the game for Benford.
Drea Benford is having one of the best first halves. I mean, she's played well this season, but this is just really well when you consider what she's done not only offensively but defensively as well.
15 on the shot clock for Georgia College. It's Walker up top at the high screen. Still with the dribble. Now gets it to McGriff. Back to Walker. Gets in the paint. Nice little dish off there for the basket by Dale Attaway. Her first deuce of the game cuts the Lakers' lead to 9, 28-19 as we approach 1 minute left here in the second quarter. Banks breaks loose and then was setting up for the jumper, lost it, but it went to Benford. Now back to Banks, left side, and it's good. Jamisha with 4. We go under a minute, and the Lakers are up 11. It's 30-19. Left side, shot off the mark on the air ball, but then right there, Johnny on the spot on the follow was Dale Attaway. So Attaway was scoreless until this last minute. She's got 2 buckets, and now the Lakers up by 9 again. We've got about an 8-second disparity on the shot clock. 20 on the shot clock, 26 left on the game clock. Banks stops and pops at the foul line, and an air ball goes out of bounds. So Georgia College will have just over 21 seconds left to get the last shot and try and cut their deficit to 7 or 6. Stolen there by Cunningham. 1-on-2, and then Cunningham puts it up, no good. The follow by Benford. And Andrea Benford with a great first half, and that will do it. 20 minutes in the books, your halftime score. Clayton State leading Georgia College, 32-21. Bill and I will return with the Ortho Atlanta halftime report after we take a brief break. Thanks for watching Lakers basketball. It's time for the Ortho Atlanta halftime report. Ortho Atlanta orthopedic and sports medicine specialists provide comprehensive orthopedic care to patients in the greater Atlanta area. Their expert team includes 35 orthopedic surgeons and more than 50 additional healthcare professionals such as physician assistants, nurse practitioners, physical therapists, occupational and hand therapists, as well as the staff, all dedicated to patient care. When you need to improve your health from an injury or illness, trust the orthopedic surgeons and staff at Ortho Atlanta to help you perform and live life at your best. Our halftime score, Clayton State on top at Georgia College, 32-21. Mitch Evans and Bill Schindler back with you here at the Lock. And Bill, it's an 11-point lead, the most that the Lakers have led by here in this first half. But it could be so much more when you look at the opportunities that the Lakers have had.
It's true. They're not shooting too well, although
neither is Georgia College.
And part of that is because of the defense. But I think it's easy to point out, it's easy to see that Drea Benford has been the difference, especially when you consider that she's got 14 points and we're an 11-point game. So 14 points, 6 rebounds. She's 6 of 11, 2 of 3 from the line. She has played outstanding. Another thing on the defense, Clayton State has played just wonderfully well, especially limiting big players like Aaliyah McGriff. Look, Aaliyah McGriff has 2 points and 1 rebound here at the half. She is usually averaging 15.4 points a game and 8.8 rebounds and is 4th in the Peach Belt with 54% field goal shooting. And I mean, it's not even close to that.
Well, she's only got 2 shots. I mean, she's only got 2 attempts. That right away, you know, we could look at, well, she has only 2 points, but why isn't she getting more shot attempts?
Well, part of it is they're not getting her the basketball. Part of that might be game plan, but a lot of that is also the smothering defense we've seen from the Lakers. So expect that to be the adjustment. I think that's what you have to come out right out of the gate if you're Marie Smith and say, we've got to get the ball to McGriff. But on the other side of things for the Lakers, obviously Benford is going well. Now, can the rest of the team turn it around? When you're 12 of 40 from the field, that's something that obviously can be improved upon. We've seen good defense. We've seen good offensive rebounds, 14 offensive rebounds out of the 30 total. So they're doing the right things. They're just not sinking the shots, and that's something that can turn itself around. You see it go in once, maybe that starts turning around, and you see some other players starting to chip in too. And, you know, we've got, 4 players with 4 points. Other than that, it's Benford all the way.
Yep. Also, to your point, just talking about the defensive prowess so far in this first half by the Lakers. They forced 13 turnovers. They have 7 steals in this opening half, and that accounts for the 17-4 advantage on points off turnovers, and basically that's what we've got right now. That's a 13-point differential. The Lakers are up by 11. They have not shot it well, as Bill mentioned. Just checking out the score sheet for you, leading the way for the Lakers. Andrea Benford with those 14 points. Jamisha Banks, Dejun Denard, Breland Rackley, and Ashley Cunningham all with 4 points apiece, and then Shakira Walker with a bucket. And for Georgia College, also a bunch of players with 4. Christina Thomas to Asia Wright and Dale Attaway. And then it's 3 points for Shea Tarver, 2 for Anna Anderson, 2 for Aaliyah McGriff, 2 for Lindsey Reed, and 2 for Sydney Cleveland. Just get you up to date on what's going on around the rest of the Peach Belt Conference. Games that we can report on right now. They're at the half at Francis Marion. And they trail Armstrong State 39-27. Almost the end of the first half. Georgia Southwestern down by 10 to Young Harris, 29-19. And at halftime, it's Lander on top of Augusta, 48-39. And no score as of yet. Nothing to report on North Georgia at Columbus State, of course, of great importance. We would love to see Columbus State lose a game here. They've won 8 in a row, and of course, again, they lead the Lakers by 2 in the Western Division.
And you need to have one of those losses come now, and then, of course, you got one more. So, you know, a head-to-head, of course, that's on the road. but you need that loss somewhere.
Yeah, someone else is going to have to provide some sort of help for the Lakers, and then it'll be on their plate to take care of business when they go and face Columbus State on their home court, and maybe a little bit of revenge after what Columbus State did to the Lakers here a couple of weeks ago.
And that's not far away, February the 8th.
Yep.
So
Yep,
I'm right around the corner.
Yeah. So, all right, Bill and I will come back just about a half minute and get you ready for second half action at the Lock. Again, it's 32-21. Lakers on top at Georgia College. Almost ready to get underway, second half. And the Lakers will send out Jamishia Banks, Ashley Cunningham, Tweety Hawkins, Drea Benford, and Dejan Denard. Their starting lineup. And for the Bobcats, it's Veronica Ryan, Taisha Wright, Sydney Cleveland, Larice Walker, and trying to get the other one there, Leah McGriff. So Lakers start with the basketball here to begin the second half. Cunningham up top. Now to Tweety left side, back to Cunningham. Let's go with a three, and she makes it.
Why
Ashley
not?
Cunningham, maybe that's a pretender of things to come. She's got 7. Ashley Cunningham on the season, just in talking about three-pointers, she was 3 of 7, shooting 67%. So she knows when she wants to take it. The Lakers go up 14, their biggest lead, and now the Bobcats turn it over.
I mean, if you've got that confidence, especially when it's a straight-on look from the top and you're not being guarded, take it.
And she was looking to try and get it down low to Benford and had some space and let loose. Denard. Here's Banks. Now it's Tweety with the weave by the Lakers, and Hawkins puts it up. No good on the flying Banks shot. And then Banks steals it, gets it down low to Cunningham, spins, and has the ball knocked out of her hands, but she was fouled. So Ashley, who scored 4 points in the first half, all of them in the first quarter, with a three-pointer, and now she goes to the line. The foul was on Larice Walker, her first.
And you have to like that she went outside and hit that shot, not only for the reason, obviously, the points, but now if they pull Ashley Cunningham outside, you have to guard her. You have to respect that she can hit a three.
Well, she did. By the way, I said 3 of 7. That's 43%. She's now 4 of 8 at 50%. Misses the first, makes the second. She's got 8, and the Lakers are up by 15, 36-21. Taisha Wright with it. Fakes, goes to the basket, puts it up. No good, and offensive foul on Taisha Wright. Is that what the call was, Bill? And there's no foul called, so maybe it was 3 seconds.
Might have been. Yeah, there was no foul called.
So a 3-second violation on Georgia College. So Lakers basketball and a chance to increase their lead. And it's Cunningham again, and she banks it home off the spin. Ashley Cunningham, a one-woman gang right now here in the third quarter with 6 points, and she's got 10. Lakers ahead by 17 on Georgia College now. Getting to the bucket, swatted away by who? Cunningham. Benford will bring it up. And now Cunningham wants it on the block. Tweety Hawkins for 3. That's no good. Tweety with the most threes on the season for the Lakers with 17. Shot missed on the interior there by the Bobcats, and Banks comes away with it for Clayton State. And then gets it to Tweety, who loses it. The steal there by Cleveland. So the Bobcats with the basketball. This is Veronica Ryan with it, right side. Couple of minutes into this third quarter. Spin on the inside, puts it up, no good, but the foul, and Larice Walker got hacked by Dejan Denard. That's the first foul in this contest for Denard.
Clayton State, though, has looked a lot better, especially offensively. Of course, most of that has to do with Ashley Cunningham's play, but they've looked good in the second half.
The first by Walker, no good. She's the only Bobcat to have started all 18 games on the season. She's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, 4.5 rebounds per game. Senior out of Franklin, Georgia. And Walker makes the second for her first point of the game. She is 68% free throw shooter. Now she checks out, and it is Christina Thomas for the Bobcats. 38-22, Lakers up. Tweedy right side, now back up top to Banks. It's been Benford and Cunningham have switched up now as far as low block, high post. And that's Cunningham. Now to Banks. Swings it to Denard for an open three, misses it. And then the back tap by Benford. She should have just brought it home. And up and foul there was Reed. And Banks with her first foul.
Yeah, it just looked like Benford thought that she had someone behind her as a safety valve, and you're right, just should have hung on to it instead of swatting away.
Right, just bring it in and go right to the basket. So to the line is Lindsay Reed, and her first shot spins out. Reed with 2 points here in this game. On the season, averaging 6.5 points per game. Senior guard out of Stockbridge, Georgia.
It's pretty much a home game then for her.
Yep. 65% from the line, makes the second. She's got 3, does Lindsay Reed. Cuts the Lakers' advantage to 15. Oh, nice pass to Benford for the easy banker down low. So Drea now at 16. Lakers go back up by 17. And Kalina Coleman will bring in a whole new lineup at the next stoppage in play. Meanwhile, loose ball taken away by Denard, or is it a tie-up? It is, and the arrow points for the Lakers. And now the starting lineup will come out. And checking in for the Lakers, we've got Monica Alexander, Raven Thomas. Who else do we have out there? We've got Donovan Dyson.
Rackley.
And Rackley. And now, last to the party is Michaela Tanksley.
Might as well take the time. Once things have started going well, you can rest some players.
Yep. And shot there off the mark by Reed. Lakers with the rebound. It's Alexander, and she'll set things up. Down low to Rackley. And a Breland with the bank shot off the right-handed hook. A Breland with 6. Lakers go up by 19. That's their largest lead of this game.
They haven't missed a beat with all those changes.
And improved shot making here, Bill. And another steal. It's Thomas.
Yeah, we're starting to get a glimpse of what we could have seen in that first half. But they played so well, it was just the missed shots.
Well, they couldn't finish.
Yeah. And you know, now that they're finishing, you start to see this game starting to get a little bit out of hand for Georgia College.
Lakers with the weave. It's Alexander, 10 on the shot clock, now looking for help. Tanksley up top, 5 on the shot clock. High screen from Rackley. Tanksley back to Rackley for 3, and rimmed off. Rebound for Thomas and the Bobcats, and then clearing space and floating it in. That was Lindsay Reed.
It was a long step.
And timeout for Georgia College. 4:54 remaining in this third quarter. And Clayton State with a big lead at 17 over Georgia College. Bill and I are back in a minute. Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler back with you here at the Athletic Center on the campus of Clayton State University. Lakers with a 17-point cushion on top of Georgia College. The Lakers scored 16 points in the first quarter, 16 points in the second quarter, and now have 10 points here in the third quarter and still 5 minutes left. So, again, to our point, shot making a lot better for the Lakers early in this third quarter, Bill.
Certainly has been. They played still the solid defense, and we're actually starting to see the offensive rebounds and the points starting to go in. And now we're going to have, I guess, another timeout, a media timeout this time after the timeout the last time.
Okay, 4:53 left here in the third quarter. Lakers, the score hasn't changed. It's still 42-25. You have anything to say, Bill?
What a wild 20 seconds, huh?
You didn't want to miss it. If you did, you'll have to go back to the replay.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's impressive what they're doing.
And Ashley Cunningham has been the story right now here in the third quarter. She's done all her damage in the first quarter with 4 points, and now in the third stanza here with 6 to account for her 10 points. And then it was Drea Benford in the second quarter with 9 points. She's got 16 on the game, but she did it all there in the second.
She did. And, Cunningham, it seems like it was sort of maybe that mental block going out. I mean, for not only her, but for the team, going out and hitting that three from distance.
Right.
That opened it up, and everybody seems to kind of relaxed. And now, at first it seemed like they almost, I don't think they obviously knew the percentage. They knew probably they weren't shooting that well. But it seems like now that the pressure is off a bit. They know they're playing good defense, but they took a long time in the half. They didn't come out until about, 40 seconds till the tip. So, I guess there was adjustments made, and we're seeing them now put into action.
All right, so the inbound for Georgia College. 4:53 left here in the third.
And 4 of 7 shooting, we should say, in the second half now, so 57% for the Lakers.
It's up top, it's right, into the corner to Reed, and then going to call a foul on Tanksley. So Michaela with her first foul, and she'll get a lot of minutes. You would have to think if it stays that way, she only averages 7 minutes per game. But if the Lakers continue with this lead, you would have to expect Michaela Tanksley will see a lot more action. Back tap off the miss for the Bobcats, and then in and out. And, nice attempt there at the save by Taisha Wright, but it'll go to the Lakers.
They finally did get it into McGriff, and she missed at point-blank range.
Yep. So they're having a tough time being able to convert as well. Lakers break the pressure. Donovan Dyson with it, now in the corner to Alexander. And Tanksley has it up top. Right side, Dyson stops and pops. Shot no good. Rackley had the rebound and it got poked out of her hand, so it'll be Lakers basketball.
And remember, Clayton State has primarily played with a lot of the bench players for this second half so far. I mean, this third quarter, they've seen their starters get some good rest and still open up the lead.
Dyson on the dribble, gives it to Tanksley, right side. Hook shot, hit the rim and bounced off. The rebound to Bobcats. And this is Shea Tarver with it. Now Walker, right corner. Gets the screen from right, and then the block on a Breland Rackley. That'll be 3 on a Breland.
She's had a few. I remember one in the first half that she had down low, and I mean, she was extended, just moving her feet a little bit. And they're kind of the same thing with got caught in the high screen.
And Breland will stay in with 3 fouls. Going to the basket, making it, and drawing the foul there was Taisha Wright.
And that's her 4th.
And now Rackley will come out. And that means Drea Benford's got to come back in.
That's tough, that quick. But she's given some good minutes out there, the junior from St. Louis. And, I mean, we talked about this. The bench really has come up big, especially here in this third quarter.
Rack leaves with 6. And Wright converts on the three-point play. She's got 7. And it cuts the Bobcats' deficit to 14. It's 42-28. Under 3.5 left in the third quarter. Alexander for 3. In and out. And Thomas had her hands on the basketball but lost it. And now going to the basket, putting it up and getting blocked but fouled. It'll go on Benford. And that will send Shea Tarver to the foul line. That's the first on Drea. So that is the first mistake that Drea Benford has made in this game, as Tarver makes the first.
And it's given.
Well, Drea had a turnover, so that'll be 2. And the second rolls off the rim, rebounded by Benford, and then the foul is on Taisha Wright, and that'll be 3 on her.
Haven't really been that many fouls called, at least on Clayton State for the most part.
Yeah,
and
really.
All of a sudden, this has been a little bit of a breakout.
Yeah, Rackley with the 4, and they got Thomas. And then Benford. Under 3 left in the quarter. Lakers up 13, check that. Tanksley has a wide open shot if she wants it. Forced it in on a double team. Here come the Bobcats. And going up and missing on the shot was Larice Walker. And then the rebound by Raven Thomas, and she got fouled. So she lost the basketball, but part of the reason was because she got fouled. Now Banks, Denard, and Hawkins will come in for Tanksley, Dyson, and Alexander. So Coach Coleman not happy with how the Lakers are handling the basketball.
But kudos to the bench, though. I mean, they gave almost, not quite the entire third quarter, but they gave a lot of minutes right there.
So Walker's got 2 fouls for the Bobcats. Lakers basketball, and Banks will set things up. And then a kickball there. She tried to get it inside to Raven Thomas. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Lakers. Tweedy will throw in. Looking for some movement. And Denard comes away with it and gives it to Banks. Gets the high screen from Benford, and Banks throws it up and got fouled.
It's always nice when you're going to have a guard go around that high screen from Benford and draw a foul on the bigs down low for Georgia College. Of course, Banks, I mean, she's not tiny, 5'8". She can drive in there amongst the trees.
And Jamisha makes the first. Jamisha on the season, just 41% from the line. Finally got into double digits of free throws made. That's her 10th. And in and out, offensive rebound on Raven Thomas, but they call her for the offensive, coming over the top on the foul. And Raven's a little surprised about that. That's 3 on Raven, so all of a sudden you got Rackley with 4, Thomas with 3, but you always got Ashley Cunningham and Drea Benford there. Benford in the game, Cunningham on the bench, and Taisha Wright will go to the line.
And both teams, I think, now in the bonus. They're getting there.
Yeah, getting close. The Lakers have 5 fouls, 4 on the Bobcats.
There's been a lot more fouls called in this second half than in the first. It's pretty clean.
So Wright makes both, and it cuts the lead to 12, 43-31. Tweedy Hawkins swings it to Banks. It's Benford in the right corner. Looking for movement. Down low to an open Raven Thomas. Turns, puts it up, no good. But she'll go to the line after getting fouled. And it will go on Aaliyah McGriff. 2 fouls on McGriff, who continues with just 2 points, Bill.
Yeah, 6-foot junior. And you'd think that that would give her that advantage, that size advantage, certainly. But she just hasn't translated it in this game for whatever reason. A lot of that reason is Cunningham and Bedford.
Well, right, good defense, deny her the basketball, making it tough. She only has 2 shots. Thomas missed the first. Another one coming for Raven. Makes it, and finally on the score sheet with her first point. And it gives the Lakers a 13-point lead, 44-31. A minute 35 remaining in this third quarter. Lakers have led most of the way. And this is Wright with it up top, working on Bedford, spins in the lane and got swatted away by Drea. And it got back to the Bobcats. They have 6 on the shot clock. Now down to 4, 2, and they get it up and miss as the buzzer went off, and then on the follow on the offensive rebound. Exactly the person we were speaking about, Aaliyah McGriff.
Not sure if it hit the rim. If it did, it just nicked it. But that almost was a shot clock violation. I thought it just got glass and then ricocheted off without hitting the rim. But, of course, we're a little bit farther away.
And the Lakers' lead cut to 11. Bedford down low is fouled. 48 seconds left here in the quarter. So what was 19 points all of a sudden has been cut to 11.
I'll tell you what's going on is there's been a lot more fouls committed by the Lakers here in this third quarter, and it has put Georgia College at the line. And they've been converting. And that's a good way, as soon as you get those free throws, if you can start hitting them, get you right back into this ball game.
Well, McGriff hitting just her second bucket of the game. It now draws her third foul. And Drea Bedford can't get the roll there on her first free throw. Ashley Cunningham back in for the Lakers, as Raven Thomas will check out with the 3 fouls, and also in for Georgia College, Anna Anderson, who was scoreless on the evening. Bedford with 16, and make it 17 for the senior out of Madison, Georgia. Lakers up 12, 45-13. 40 seconds left. Pressure, and then down low, and there I said Anderson was scoreless, and she gets her first bucket.
It's really the first time we've seen the pressure break down like that. I mean, they've been really good with the coverage, especially when you're going to play that tight of pressure. And that's the first time we've seen Clayton State have somebody get behind them.
And then Tweety Hawkins tried to force it down low to Bedford. So final attempt here for Georgia College, and down just 10. Spinning in the lane, putting it up, coming up short was Walker. Down low, they're going to have not a foul, I guess. It was Walker who had the basketball and had a foot on the end line.
It looked like
or the ball bounced off her leg.
Went off her thigh.
So the Lakers with it. 6 left in the third quarter. It's Banks. Get it to Denard for 3. No good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So the Lakers, who led it by 11 at the end of the half, see their lead cut to 10. It's 45-35, 10 minutes left, and we'll come back in just a minute. All right, back with you. Lakers get outscored in the third quarter, 14-13. And we are underway here in the fourth and final quarter. Lakers basketball to start things out. It's Denard, Banks, Benford down low as she got fouled. Couldn't convert. Hawkins and Cunningham. And for Georgia College, Shea Tarver, Sydney Cleveland, Anna Anderson, Taisha Wright, and Lindsay Reed. And in and out from Benford there. The foul was on Anderson. That's her third. And another one for Drea. Had 17. Or average 17 on the road trip. And now with 18 in this one for the Lakers, and then a foul in the backcourt by Clayton State, so that wasn't good.
Foul Clayton State. Number 1, Jamisha Banks, her second.
Jamisha Banks picks up number 2. Lakers full court pressure. And Georgia College able to break it. And that's Anderson down low, and the left-hand hook is good over Cunningham. And just like that, it's down to 9.
Second time Anna Anderson's gotten back there and just had a free look at the basket after she's gotten behind the defense.
So now the Lakers got to be a little bit more careful with their shot selection. And certainly not try and force it. There was a pass there to Benford. Now Banks with it up top. Gets it down low to Cunningham in the post, and she gets the roll and the foul.
And there you go again. Getting to the line is key. We've seen the Lakers get there a lot more than Georgia College, although they've cut that now. I think it's something along the lines like would be about 19 attempts now. This will be the 20th for the Lakers for the game. Compare that to 12 for Georgia College, but second half they were 6 of 9 for the Bobcats.
Cunningham with 12, but misses on the free throw, so the Lakers back on top by 11. And then getting to the basket and putting it home was Lindsay Reed. So it's down to 9, single digits for the Bobcats. Benford, low post off the pass from Hawkins. She misses. And then coming away with it for the Bobcats is Tarver. 1-on-4, but she's still able to float it in. Shea Tarver with 6. Lakers only up 7 now, Bill.
You can feel the momentum shift, too.
48-41, 8.5 left in this fourth quarter. And then a bad foul there on the Bobcats. And it will go on Anna Anderson, and that'll be number 4 on the sophomore.
Well, one thing, too, is it looks like Georgia College has switched to a zone. They were playing player-to-player before, and that zone seems to have complicated things offensively for the Lakers. See if they continue that way.
Well, they were back in a man-to-man. It looked like there. The miss, and coming away with it is Tarver. 2-on-2 as they catch up, and then the block by Benford, it goes out of bounds. So Drea with another block. That'll be 4 on the evening for her.
She's been impressive.
And Anderson comes out, Sydney Cleveland in. Left side, it's Reed, and she'll pull it back out. Shea Tarver up top, checked by Denard, gets the high screen, and finds a path to the basket, stops and hits. So Tarver with 8. And it's cut to 5, 48-33. The Lakers have led by 19 in the third quarter. All of a sudden, we've got ourselves a ball game here. That's Benford at the foul line, no good. Rebound the Lakers. It's Cunningham, double teamed, and then she's fouled. Or actually take that back, timeout. Called by Kalina Coleman. With 7:29 left in the fourth. Lakers all of a sudden in a little bit of trouble. It's nail-biting time. Lakers lead by 5, 7.5 left. Back with you at the lock, Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler, and what has turned into a ball game here in the fourth quarter. The Lakers led it by 19 in the third and now find themselves only up by 5. Was listening in to Kalina Coleman during the break and imploring her Lakers to try and get it down low and then get it back outside. There's no penetration. Looking to get it down low and then back out to some open shooters. Tweety Hawkins right side. Crossover, down low to Thomas, and then on the steal, it's the Bobcats, and then stolen away by Jamisha Banks, but she was out of bounds. So now the shot clock I don't know why the shot clock reset there, because it didn't look like she really had possession of the basketball. So a fresh 30 for the Bobcats. They get it inbounded. That's right on the low block, and she's able to bank it home.
I'll tell you what, we talked about them getting hot early, and we saw that with Cunningham. But since then, they have been so cold in in field goal percentage. 5 of 15 in the second half, only 33%. That's only 3% better than that 12 of 40 in the first half for the Lakers.
Denard got cut off on the baseline, had to get it to Banks. And this is Jamisha with it, gets the screen, back out to Denard for 3. Bang! Big trifecta there by Dejan Denard. She's got 7, and that gives the Lakers a 6-point lead with under 6.5 left. And then going to the basket, and the foul looks like it'll go on Tweety Hawkins. Tweety with 2 and no points for Hawkins. Look, the Lakers have to get some points from someone other than Benford and Cunningham. That's been part of the problem here in this second half. And getting it up and coming up short, but foul was Lindsey Reed. And they're actually calling an offensive foul on Lindsey Reed. 3 on Reed. The Lakers get the basketball back with 6:20 left and up by 6. Banks and Denard up top along with Monica Alexander, who's back in the game. Down low to Thomas. Got it poked out of her hands. Now Cunningham down low to Denard. Back out top. Alexander fires from downtown and makes it. So back-to-back threes. That's the first basket for Alexander in this game, and the Lakers go back up by 9.
4th 3 ball of the game for the Lakers. Conversely, 0 of 7 for Georgia College.
And here's Wright, spins, banks it, no good. Rebound Thomas. Big miss there for Georgia College. And now Denard will get it up top to Banks, and she can dribble it a little bit. Got to work clock too. Nothing wrong with that to find an open shot. Up 9. Denard gets into the lane and then lost it. And then stolen away by Banks. Going to stop in the lane and shoot, and doesn't get the roll. The rebound for the Lakers and the foul on the floor. So the foul goes on Shea Tarver. That's her first. And to the line, Raven Thomas with just 1 point on the evening. Raven 1 of 2 and makes that one, so she's 2 of 3. Lakers back up double digits. It's 55-45. Raven with another one. And she goes 2 for 2 with some big free throws. Lakers take 11-point lead, 56-45, with just over 5 minutes left in this one. So the Bobcats had it down to 3, and now it's back to an 11-point deficit. This is Wright, the dribble, now backs out. Left corner, it's Walker, drives the baseline, puts it up, no good. But she'll go to the line after the foul by Ashley Cunningham. So that's 2 on Ashley. Drea Benford remaining on the bench, just one foul. So the first free throw missed by Walker. She's a 68% free throw shooter on the season. And Walker makes the second. Just 2 points on the game for Walker. She averages 8 on the season. Makes it 56-46 Lakers. Benford back in now for the Lakers. Cunningham goes to the bench. So you got Benford, Banks, Denard, Thomas, and Alexander in for the Lakers. And here's Banks to Alexander. Benford up top, and her pass down low was deflected nicely by Lindsey Reed into the basket. Down low for the Bobcats, cuts it back down to 8. So here's Banks, gets into the paint, floats it up with a little dipsy-do, no good, but the foul. So Jamisha forcing some action there and at least penetrating and drawing the foul.
And we've seen some better defense, especially in the passing lanes for the Bobcats. But now it's up to the Lakers to take advantage of getting to the line. They're about 60% in this game. Last time out was about 12 of 20 from the free throw stripe.
So Banks makes the first, the foul, number 4 on Aaliyah McGriff, who has had a bad night. Averages 15.5, only has 4 on the evening. And both shots made there by Banks. Lakers take a 10-point lead, 58-48, as we approach 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. And Walker with it, gets it to right, puts it up, no good. Rebound by McGriff, got blocked by Benford, that's number 5 in the game. But still Bobcats basketball, 6 seconds on the shot clock, and then the Lakers let them off the hook with a foul.
Tell you what, at this point.
And that's going to be on Benford.
At this point, you start looking and you start running some clock here, especially with a 10-point game. Just making sure that you
and the Lakers
don't give it away.
Fourth personal in the quarter, so they're not over the limit. So the Bobcats don't go to the line. Walker on the dribble. This is right. Guarded by Thomas, who double-handed snuffed her out. Still with the basketball, though, the Bobcats. 10 on the shot clock. Walker brings it back out. Looking for some space. Right side shot there, no good by McGriff, and the rebound to Denard. And now exactly what you said, Bill. Eat some clock, look for an open shot, up by 10. And then the steal.
And that's the opposite of what you want.
Yes. Up and under miss there by the Bobcats, and the ball goes off of Raven Thomas. So it will stay with Georgia College. 22 seconds left on the shot clock, and now 2:57 remaining in the game as Denard goes to the bench and Tweedy Hawkins back in for the Lakers. Larice Walker to throw in. Gets it to Lindsey Reed. Now Shea Tarver works around the high screen, goes to the basket, and got blocked again. Oh, Drea Benford doing a great job at both ends of the court. And now you're able to pull it out. And that's exactly what Banks will do. 2.5 left. Lakers up 10. And then Banks went to the basket and got it poked away. Going to the basket, putting it up. No good there by McGriff. And the Lakers are able to come away with it. Here's Banks. No need to shoot. And she won't. She'll get it up top to Drea. And now Tweedy will take control.
Running that clock.
And the record in a game for block shots is 6, and it's now equaled by Drea Benford. And the follow off the miss, that was Alexander with the 2. So Monica Alexander with the big three earlier here in the fourth quarter. Another bucket for her. She's got 5. And again, Drea Benford with 6 block shots to equal the Clayton State record for block shots in a game.
You got to think right now that 13-game win streak of the Lakers over the Bobcats has to be in the
14?
mind. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be weighing on them. And even though we talked about, that Mo Smith has not won yet against Clayton State, the players obviously haven't been there for all of those losses, but I'm sure they're aware of it. They can feel it. And, it goes into a little bit of the psychology of it. And right now, run that clock, take long possessions, take smart shots if you're the Lakers.
So Benford equaling, as I said, the mark as our SID came over. Josh Darling, just let me know. 4 of the players that had 6 block shots in a game previously. Bobcats break the pressure. And another block shot. That was Tweedy Hawkins. Another block shot. That was Benford, I think. That could be 7 for Drea and a new record. We'll check. Tweedy comes away with it off the steal. And she'll go, and a blocking foul is called there on Christina Thomas.
And it might have been Raven Thomas, I think, on the block.
Okay.
Just, we'll see how they credit it, but at least that's what I thought.
So Tweedy will go to the line. And the foul on Christina Thomas, that's her first. So Tweedy missing on the first. Tweedy from the line this season, 70%. She's one of the better free throw shooters for the Lakers. And misses both. Rebound goes to Tisha Wright. Bobcats with it. Flying up the right side is Larice Walker. Up and good. The basket by Aaliyah McGriff. Only her third basket of the game. 6 points. Cuts the Lakers' lead back down to 10 with 1:22 and a timeout called there by Maurice Smith, who in his 7th season, as much as we're talking about, Bill, the fact that he has never beaten Clayton State, now in his 7 seasons, did pick up his 100th win of his career at Georgia College in the win over Georgia Southwestern on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's a big congratulations to him. But, we talked about this, I think, on one of the last broadcasts we did. When you have a lead like this, you look at the clock. And we were about 3.5 minutes.
Right.
And it was a 10-point game. It's 122. It's a 10-point game. So as much as they have come back, and give Georgia College a lot of credit for coming back, they played
down 19.
Yeah, I mean, they played a very good second half. But you still have that 10 points, and the Lakers at this point have to be smart. I mean, that's the thing. They have had a night that has not been the best shooting night. They've played great defense. They've had big nights out of Cunningham and Benford. But right now, you got to be smart. Don't commit the stupid fouls, contest the basketball, and don't take quick shots. Take your time offensively. And, right now it's working clock.
So Tweedy Hawkins, Jamesia Banks, Dejan Denard, Drea Benford, and Raven Thomas on the floor here in this final 1:22 for the Lakers. They lead by 10 over Georgia College. And Benford's able to get it in. Got it to Thomas, who gave it to Banks to break the press. And now Tweedy with it in the Lakers' half court. And Banks directing traffic as she waved Tweedy away. 15 on the shot clock. And then the foul there on Lindsey Reed. That'll be 4 on her. I'm sorry, Bill. Jamesia Banks going to the line. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, now this is where you got to hit. I mean, they've had those opportunities at the line throughout this game. And converting on that one. But I think the last printout we had was something like 12 of 20. So, 60% is not exactly what you want, but they're getting the opportunities, and if they can hit these down the stretch, could make the difference.
Well, Banks does just that. She's 5 of 6 from the line, has 4 free throws here in the fourth quarter. almost poked away by the Lakers, and they do take it away as Denard's got it. And she's surrounded by Bobcats, and then we've got a whistle and a foul. That'll send Denard to the line. The foul will be on Christina Thomas, number 2 on her. Lakers lead it 62-50. Under a minute left in this one. So a few delicate moments there when the Bobcats cut it down to 3, but that was far as they were going to get. The miss there by Denard on the first free throw. Denard with 7. She hit a big 3 here in the fourth quarter as well. And Dejan converts on the second. She's got 8. Lakers up 13, 63-50. And they'll press in the front court. As much time as possible to get the ball up. And that's Wright, who got fouled but was unable to finish. So no three-point opportunity there. Lakers foul is on Tweedy. That's who it is. Tweedy Hawkins with her 3rd. And making the first there is Wright.
See if Benford or Cunningham can grab a rebound off a miss here.
In and out for Wright. Benford with the board. Lakers up 12. 42 seconds remaining as Drea brings it up. Gets it to Cunningham as they'll pass it around to break the pressure until someone gets fouled. And right now they've been able to do it, and then right there, it's Taisha Wright with number 4 on her. She was able to get a piece of Tweedy Hawkins.
And you got the right person to foul, too. If you're a Laker fan, you want Tweedy Hawkins at the line.
So Wright got the right person. Pun intended. Tweedy is scoreless.
There you go.
Finally, with her first point. 64-51, Lakers. Lakers average 74 points per game, so they're under their average, and the Bobcats average 64 and a half, and they're below their scoring average. Tweedy makes both. Lakers up 65-41, under a half minute left in this one. The Lakers will win their 4th in a row, stolen by Tweedy, and the Bobcats' 3-game winning streak will come to an end as the ball goes out of bounds, poked away, still with Clayton State with 14 and a half seconds left.
And now we got to watch to see what Columbus State is going to have happen to them. Of course, there'll also be that meeting on the road coming up just around the corner on February the 8th. So that's going to mean a lot to the Lakers. But, you know, after that big loss here at home, they certainly have looked a lot better. Those 3 wins on the road, that's tough to do.
And the Lakers will pass it around and end this as Tweedy will dribble it out, and that will do it. So the Lakers, in a way, survived because it got from 19 down to 3. But when all was said and done, the Lakers come away with their 18th win of the season. They improved to 10-3 in the Peach Belt. Also up their record here at the Lock to 8-1 on the season. Your final score, Clayton State 65, Georgia College 51. Stay tuned. Bill and I will return with the Development Authority of Clayton County post-game report following this break. Mitch Evans and Bill Shimon back with you to recap the women's victory over Georgia College. We appreciate you watching Lakers basketball. Now time for the Development Authority of Clayton County postgame report. Development Authority of Clayton County serves as staff of the Board of Commissioners, Development Authority, the Redevelopment Authority, and the Urban Redevelopment Agency. They're charged with attracting and maintaining jobs and interest in the community by collaborating with organizations and municipalities to leverage assets and resources. 65-51, the Lakers beat the Bobcats at Georgia College. A 19-point lead for the Lakers into the third quarter, and then lo and behold, they found themselves in a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, but the Lakers were able to hang tough and come away with the win. And Bill, when we look at some of the statistics from this game, I'll throw this out here for you. Both these teams shot horrifically.
Yes.
Both right at 33%. And the difference, as it turns out, for me, was what happened at the foul line. The Lakers had a 10-point advantage there, 21 of 32. Georgia College was 11 of 16. And in the end, the Lakers were able to get to the foul line more. For me, that ended up being the difference.
I'll one-up you here. How about that?
Okay.
For me, the difference would be the defense, especially in the passing and the transition, the points off of turnovers.
Okay.
26-9, the Lakers had that advantage. And that's a huge advantage. But you're right. I mean, that factored into it, too. The free throws were a big deal. Also, when you look at the Lakers, like we said, both teams did not shoot well. But when you got Cunningham and Benford, they combined for 30 points. I mean, without them, Lakers, they don't win that game.
Well, points in the paint.
Yeah.
Most of their points were in the paint, but that ended up being even between these two teams, 26-26. Second chance points was something for the Lakers that turned out to be, and was from the very beginning, a 17-8 differential. And we talked about the glass. It ended up not being that big of a differential for the Lakers. They out-rebounded Georgia College 47-41. And the offensive rebounds, which had been heavily in favor of the Lakers in the first half, only turned out to be a 4 differential, advantage as far as the rebounding was concerned. 18-14, as you said. So, that was something that was a big advantage for the Lakers. They had a big lead, and then Georgia College was able to turn that around, and that was why they were able to come back. And then also turnovers, that ended up being even. It was a big advantage for the Lakers. It ended up being just 22 turnovers for Georgia College, 21 for the Lakers.
No question, Georgia College played a much better second half. They came out and just seemed to start to get it together. They also got to the line like you were talking about. I mean, I think there were more fouls called against the Lakers. I'm not saying that's on the officiating crew. Just think that's how it went. Also, we saw a lot of time eaten up by the bench. And that can't be overlooked, too. There was a time in the third quarter.
Right, where Kalina brought in the whole bench.
She did. And they played not entirely, but close to the entire third quarter. And that in itself, just not only the way they played, but the minutes they played. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't go without saying, without mentioning.
Leading the way for the Lakers was Andrea Benford with 18 points. She also came up 1 rebound shy of a double-double and a record-tying 6 block shots in this one. Ashley Cunningham with 12 points, 7 rebounds. She also had 3 steals and 2 blocks. Ashley was trying to catch up to Andrea Benford as far as the block shot lead on the Lakers team. She was too short coming in, and now Andrea put a little bit of space between her with that 4 differential, the 6 block shots to the 2. So that's a little nice inter-team battle as far as block shots are concerned. Also, Jamicia Banks with 9 points and 5 assists. Also, Dejan Denard with 8 points, and Breland Rackley with 6 for the Lakers, 5 for Monica Alexander, 2 for Tweety Hawkins, and 3 for Raven Thomas. She also had 9 rebounds.
And can I say something about Jamicia Banks, too? Nice, because I know she struggled with this on the season. 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Kudos to her.
Yeah, that was big, and especially 4 of them in crunch time when she was having to make sure that you were able to increase the lead for the Lakers again when it was under double digits. For Georgia College, Taisha Wright led the way with 12 points. Aaliyah McGriff, who averages just under 15 points per game, she was held to 8. Shea Tarver also had 8 in the loss for Georgia College. Their 3-game winning streak falls by the wayside. They dropped to 12-6 on the season, 6-5 in the Peach Belt. And again, the Lakers improved to 18-4 on the year and 10-3 in the Peach Belt Conference. So that does it for us for right now. We'll return to the lock and come back with you, and we'll give you the preview. Actually, we'll wait for head coach Kalina Coleman. Hopefully we'll have her in a couple of minutes, and then we'll give you the preview in the men's game, jumping up in just a couple of minutes.